He's locked up. He won't get you. He's in the laundry room, so you can go and play with them, and he won't get you. I promise. You're gonna take this helmet off your head?
Are we live?
We're live.
Oh my god. How did this happen? I have no idea.
Look who's in my kitchen! Is anybody there yet?
Yes, Tony.
Okay, so I'm gonna wait until there are a couple people, but as you can see, Tony, hey, I am so excited today. The ultimate chef, mommy, is in the house.
I wouldn't say that.
Carmen Hope, she texted me on her way here to Birmingham and told me she had some crab cakes that I was salivating over that you posted.
Yes, and guess what? She has all the ingredients in her kitchen, which lets you know how simple this dish is.
Yay! So Carmen, tell them all about it and what you do, what we need to do. I'm going to be your total sous chef today.
Very simple recipe. I love this recipe, and I love what you do. First of all, I just have to give her big ups because it's hard when you have kids, any kid, but by the way,
Yeah.
that has special tastes, that may have, special allergies or just anything that's going on with them. So you have to be very, very careful with what you do. So it's fun when you make it fun. I mean, it's easy to make it fun because now you can research recipes, you can go online and discover new things, and I think that's what you've done, and I love what you've done. And I'm so happy that you've invited me to do it with you in your kitchen. Yay! Who knew, right? Okay, so what we're gonna do right now is, she had all of these ingredients in her kitchen. We bought nothing, right?
Oh man, I can't believe it. I'm really impressed.
No, I love it. That's what I love. We found some garbanzo beans. I think everybody's got garbanzo beans. At least you should, especially if you're vegan.
It's totally a staple. I
Totally.
agree.
And then green jackfruit. Now I buy this by the case.
Do you?
I do. I go to most Asian stores, any kind of Asian market, and I can buy it by the case. And
Now,
so
see,
you
I
get it
never would
cheaper.
have looked for it there, so now I know where to find it.
Yeah, most Asian markets have it by the case, and so I keep it. And I've made burgers. I've made what we're gonna make now.
Yes.
I've made barbecue jackfruit, which is very easy and very simple to make. So jackfruit is a staple as well. I think everybody who's vegan needs to have this in their kitchen. So we got some of that going on. Breadcrumbs. Everybody's got breadcrumbs. And then we've got cilantro, peppers, the jackfruit. We kind of broke it up so it can have this vibe to it.
Man, that's a true chef, because when I cut mine up, it didn't quite look like that. I made some pulled pork, and now I know how to make it look like that. Yes.
Because you have to take these little parts off of it. Okay. So then the other thing is seaweed. Now she had seaweed. It's she had the Irish moss, which is not always the version that I would have, but it's still seaweed. And one thing we have to understand about seaweed is basically just sea vegetables in the water.
Okay.
So what they do is they take it out and they just dry it. And so you still see the salt from the ocean in it.
Wow.
So
yeah,
that's
it's totally salty.
It's totally salty. All of that, and you can smell. It smells like the ocean, right? And so that's what we're using to give us our fishy flavor in these. My husband calls them fish cakes because he says he wouldn't eat crab anyway. So fish cakes, crab cakes, shrimp cakes, whatever you want to call them cakes, okay? So that's what we got going on. So what we're going to do is we are going to take our garbanzo beans, and I did separate the liquid because we're going to need the liquid a little bit later to kind of
hold it together.
To hold it together. So we're going to take our garbanzo beans and we're going to drop them
Yummy.
right in here.
Okay.
I think we got some that are stubborn in the bottom there. This recipe is so simple.
And it tastes so... I cannot believe that I was not eating a true salmon cake or
something, right?
Some kind of fish.
Because of course I brought them. Already done. But we're going to go with that. Okay. So she's going to
just
pulse it. And we don't want it too fine. We just want to pulse it. Keep going.
Okay.
A little bit more. There we go. Okay. Right there. Okay. So just take a look at it.
It always does that. No, don't worry.
Okay. So when you take a look at it, see, it's not too far. you know.
Yeah.
You still see
got some bulk to it.
Still got some bulk to it. So you want to take this and you want to put it in your bowl.
Okay. I guess I should get a spoon or something to help us.
And what I love about this is it's so easy to make and it's not very difficult, even when you don't do it exactly right. We have all these pieces that are chunky, and you would think that the chunkiness wouldn't work, but it will. You're gonna love the. And you notice when you bit into the ones that I brought you, they still have lots of pieces, right?
It's just yummy, so good. I won't say lucky, I'll say blessed.
Yes, blessed
today for this recipe, and you guys are too, because if you make this at home, it really tastes like, if you like crab cakes or any kind of fish cakes, you're gonna love it.
Okay, so now we've got our onion and we've got our peppers. And I basically chopped up maybe a half a cup. Hey, Mommy.
How are you? We've got a full house today. My mom, we have friends over, and
our kids are just running around.
Yes.
Oh yeah, I've been down.
So we're taping. We're live, Mom. We're taping for Chef Mommy.
Yeah, Mommy. I wasn't in the door 5 minutes, and she put me to work.
I was like, you have to make this. You gotta show me how to do this and show everybody who's watching how to make this stuff. This is amazing.
So now, what I love about, I'm gonna show you something. Okay.
And we're totally mommies. Our kids come in and out.
Oh yes, we take our shoes off.
So sure, you can put them anywhere. Ask, Mommy, can you show them where to put their shoes?
Whoa. Okay, so let me show you. When you open the jackfruit, it looks like this. Okay, so there's some parts of it that don't work for this recipe. And so the reason why I saved some of them is so you could see. Basically, you want to cut off these big chunks. Just cut them. And this is the part you want.
Ah, look at that.
So you kind of chop it up a little bit and get it to separate.
Move the can, Carmen. Move the can.
Okay, I'll move the can so they can see.
Yeah.
Can you see now?
So now you see you have these little pieces like this. And that's what you want. That's exactly what you want.
We got an audience of little thieves who are stealing cupcakes that are on on the other side of the counter.
So this is about 3/4 of a can, okay, of the jackfruit, and we're gonna throw that in there. And I like using jackfruit. You can use heart of palms.
Oh, I've never tried heart of palms.
Heart of palms.
Does it kind of look like this too?
Yeah.
Carmen, they want to know what do you make?
We're making crab cakes, vegan crab cakes.
They want to know what's in the bowl.
Okay, so far what we have in the bowl is we have the garbanzo bean. That's the last cupcake, little person. Garbanzo beans that we kind of pulsed inside of a food processor. We've got the jackfruit, which is this, which is what I just put in. And then we've got onions, peppers, and cilantro that's been chopped. Okay, so there's no, you don't have to get all fancy with it. Now, one of the things that I like adding to this recipe is any kind of seaweed or sea kelp, anything. So we're gonna add, are we gonna go ahead and add this?
Yeah, just add it. Let's do it.
So we'll go ahead and add it. Because I know we've got allergies in the house, so that's one of the things that we're gonna be mindful of. We wouldn't happen to have a lemon, would we?
I do. I have one lemon.
So what we're gonna do now is we're gonna take our spatula and we're gonna go ahead and kind of mix this together. So it's kind of got a wetness already to it, as you can see.
Wow.
It's got a wetness to it already. And what we're gonna do is we're going to use our breadcrumbs and our liquid from the garbanzo beans to give us a patty that we can form, okay? And then we're gonna turn right around and use, and you can open that, my hands are wet. We're gonna turn around and use those same breadcrumbs to bread our balls and then fry them.
Yeah!
Someone has an allergy to jackfruit.
Somebody has an allergy to jackfruit? She said an alternative is...
Palm, heart of palm. You can use heart of palms and chop it, up, slice it up, and put it in, and you'll still get the same body that you get with the...
This looks amazing, and how come it smells like fish? That is crazy.
Already. And we haven't even done really anything other than add a little bit of that seaweed, right?
Wow.
And you don't need a lot of the seaweed to give it that flavor. Yeah, that's it.
Okay.
I'm sorry. I'm a
okay.
mom, and I'm just keen. I know where my kids are at all times.
Yes.
When I'm sleeping, when my eyes are closed, when they're open, all of that. I know where my kids are.
Yes.
Because when the Lord asks me where my kids are, I'm going to say right here. Like my grandma used to say, right here.
Oh, man.
So we're going to add just a little bit of that. And then that's the juice from
the aquafaba.
Yeah.
Yes.
So we're going to put some of
the
these.
egg.
The heart of what? Palm?
Heart of
palms.
Mm-hmm.
It comes in a can.
Heart of palm.
Yes.
So I just want to tell people who are allergic, like my kids, the seaweed, the sea kelp, I'm really careful. If you have a fish allergy, you may not want to do it. And then you want to pay attention to the whatever you buy, because this one I thought we could use it, but it says it was in the same place as peanuts and tree nuts, so I just stay away from it. But Carmen says if you don't want to have the fish taste, let me tell you, this tastes so good, it would taste good without this.
Yes,
so
it
if
will.
you just want to make call it your own crab-free crab cake, it will still taste delicious without the sea moss. But if you're not allergic to that and you don't have that issue, then please, by all means use it, because you will have the fish taste.
And you can smell it already.
Wow, that is crazy. It's amazing how God made all these vegetables to mimic everything that we think we have to eat.
Exactly. So now what we're going to do is we're going to add a few seasonings. You can use an Old Bay, but if you don't have Old Bay, which I don't buy, I'm really weird. I don't buy seasonings that are already mixed. I don't know why.
You are deep, girl.
So what I normally do is I mix it myself. So if I'm doing a fish, anything with a fish, you can do lemon pepper, garlic pepper.
Let me go look. While she tells you guys.
Lemon pepper.
Get to looking.
Yeah, lemon pepper, garlic pepper, paprika, chili powder, cumin. A lot of people don't realize that those are all flavors that really go well with fish. So I'll make my own Old Bay. Bay leaf is another one that goes well in that, and then I just mix all of that in.
Bay leaf, I only have the leaves.
That's fine.
No, that doesn't work, right? We need to ground it up or something?
Yeah, we would need to ground it.
I do have Old Bay. I don't know where this came from.
Bring it. She's got it. See, I tell you, if you're a chef, you will have, but we do need the lemon pepper.
It's likely, okay. These are not, I don't know where these came from. They just happen to be in my kitchen.
She got lemon pepper, y'all.
I don't know what this paprika is looking. I'm kind of nervous to bring out my spices in front of a real chef. Like,
please be quiet. So we add some Old Bay. We're gonna add some lemon pepper. All of this is gonna give us our fishy flavor.
And
all
there's
of it.
Paprika. What else you need?
That's it.
Okay.
Now that you have Old Bay, we were gonna make Old Bay.
Okay,
we don't have to make it. We got some Old Bay.
We have to reinvent the wheel.
And some paprika.
Yes. Oh, that's so beautiful. Can y'all see that? I know I have our producer and our camera woman. I've got her on a tight. I have my phone plugged in at the same time because Chef Mommy is always out of a battery around here. What's up with that?
I don't know what it is, and it's an iPhone too.
Come on, Apple.
Like that too.
Yes. Oh, it's so
but you see,
pretty.
It's already starting to form. Because if you take it,
it's beautiful, and all of those spices with I love fresh cilantro.
Yes,
Yeah.
me too. That's one of my favorite of all time. So get a platter. We're gonna go ahead and get this ready. And usually at the last minute, what I do is I'll add my lemon.
So what does the lemon do?
Oh, the lemon really helps bring out that flavor that we're looking for in any kind of fish. Lemon does a great job of bringing that together.
Great.
So I'm just going to use a half a lemon, and then we'll use the other half of the lemon once we plate it.
Okay. This is awesome! I'm so excited!
This girl is crazy. It's funny, I record when I do these things, but I never show my face. I just show.
My goodness!
Yeah, it's about the food for me.
Let me tell you, the food.
Because I know for me, I never have makeup on. I just happen to have it on now because I'm here.
And you know that.
And she looks fabulous when she rolls out of bed. Okay.
Not at all. I've I've been threatening to start making these videos looking a hot mess. So I just can't do this. Okay, so this is a big platter, but does it work?
Well, yeah. Well, what we're gonna do first is we're gonna go ahead and put our maybe want to use a little bowl.
Okay.
Put this in it. We'll make our balls, and we'll do that together.
All right.
And then we'll put it on here, and then we'll just.
Okay.
Well, we can platter up on that when we're done. So we just need a little bowl.
I'll move that, and I'll get a little bowl.
We'll put our breadcrumbs in it. Once we put our breadcrumbs in it, then what we'll do is, and one other thing about this is because it's already done, you can taste it now. You know what I'm saying?
Oh.
It came out of a can, so you can taste it for your saltiness that you're looking for.
Oh, let's taste it.
Taste it. Make sure it's got the right level already. It's already good. And you know what? I've thought about it and I said I could put this on top of a quinoa salad.
Oh my
just
goodness.
like it is right now.
That's really delicious.
Isn't it good?
Yeah.
It's very good. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna go ahead and wash up and get ready.
That's yummy.
Carmen, everyone says you're an amazing cook.
Thank you.
You're a beast in the kitchen.
She makes me look good. Please.
She is a beast. If you could, I wish you can taste it. I mean, you know, people make stuff and they tell you how to make it, and then you just can never make it exactly like they make it, but you can get close to it. Like my mom, her food, I try to mimic it, and it never. So it's kind of you to show us.
Eric said he can. He has ADHD. The dog is barking. And
Oh, Eric who?
Eric. Didi Mosley.
Oh, Eric Thomas.
He is so bad. Hey, Eric.
E.T. the hip hop preacher.
Yay.
You got ADD. Man, these crab cakes taste good. Hey, Didi.
Hey, Didi. Isn't it great we have all the same friends? Like, we know all the same people.
This is crazy.
That's what Oakwood will do for you.
Yeah.
Sorry. Oakwood University.
Absolutely.
Best.
So incredible. Carmen, I feel like I've known you all my life, though.
Oh,
Like, I've been, you know, like, being a stalker, like, you know, before I even got to Oakwood.
But what's funny is, you know, like I said to you earlier, Ebony's closer in age to me. So I remember when she got to school.
Yes.
And I remember, like, you know, all the years. And then when you guys started singing, well, when they started singing, and then you came along, by that time, of course, I was gone. But I still feel like I know her.
Yes.
I know her.
Exactly.
That's how it goes.
Carmen's a singer, too. See, I know all the Oakwood singers from whenever. If you could sing, I have studied you. I have listened to your music, whether it was in the 90s or the 80s. Some people even in the 70s. I know you. I watched it. I always knew that I would go to Oakwood because
you were watching the videos.
Yes, I was watching the videos of those precious memory tapes.
Thanks.
Yes. So I couldn't wait. So you want me to help you make these balls? I'm going to wash my hands.
Now you see how it already forms. Like, you don't really have to do much to it. And once you make the ball, you could kind of flatten it out just a little bit. Then you put it in your breadcrumbs.
Y'all, it tastes so good you could totally eat it raw.
Just like that. Wow. So what we're going to do is we're going to set out our balls right across here.
Okay. Yummy! With all these fresh vegetables, you just really cannot go wrong.
You can't go wrong. You can't.
But knowing what spices go with what is like pretty key. You know what I mean? Like, I don't always know which ones. Mm-hmm. Well, I know some basic stuff, but you know, it's always great to like. So you just set it in there.
Yep, and just kind of toss it around. Get it all covered. See that? Just get underneath it and get it all. That one's kind of breaking up on us.
And they were so moist. Mm-hmm. You cannot believe that this did not contain an egg.
Exactly. You don't need it.
Yeah.
You don't need it at all.
So good.
And there are times when I'll add, if I'm concerned about something holding together, just add some flax meal to it. It'll hold.
Yes.
Flax meal or chia seeds.
See, my kids can't do those.
They can't do flax?
They can't do flax. I don't know why. They are definitely allergic to flax. However, I've been working around it, and you know,
well, you can always use the juice from garbanzo beans.
Yes,
that helps.
Totally an egg.
Totally.
They're so pretty.
It's a way to do everything.
Yours looks prettier than mine.
Oh, please.
I feel like I'm not making them right.
So I'm adding a little olive oil, and I'm warming up her pan.
Okay.
She's got the perfect pan for this. A nice cast iron pan. It's going to fry up real good and nice. Get our platter ready.
Maybe I'm making them too small. Is this
big enough? It's a lot of us. So
okay.
We're going to all want to taste it. So.
Yeah. Oh, man. This was a perfect day for me.
Perfect.
I really love when people come in town and call me and come through.
And it's awesome. So funny, when I text her, I said, okay, I'm maybe going out on a limb here, but I'm into Birmingham. Because my husband was like, the guy that we're going to see is not home yet. We just gotta have to kick it around. We're gonna take the kids to a park. That's why we had the scooters in the car.
Oh, this girl is like the ultimate prepared mommy, okay? When she got here, I have to show you guys. And I'm going so slow because I am trying.
No, I'll help you.
Okay. Yeah, she has a whole like thermos full, not thermos, what do you even call it?
It's just like a carrier that is insulated.
Such a good mom with all kinds of snacks and this fancy lemonade, ginger, lemon, ginger, echinacea. Did it have echinacea in it?
Yeah.
And her kids were like, we want some lemonade. They came and got a sip, yes. And totally, yes. I'm just impressed. My mom is asking me like, what? That lemonade? She drinks that? Off the camera. Somebody's crying.
Is that mine? Jai? Oh, that's mine. Jai.
Oh. My mommy to the rescue.
You must be stuck. But just listening to it, it's not. Yeah, I know.
It's not serious.
No, we know the cry.
Yes, we do.
We could tell the cry.
I had one who was having a serious.
Like he got ADHD.
You don't like it? You still talking about ADHD, Eric?
No, I'm just going back to that one.
Oh,
don't
yes.
Only listen to Eric when he's behind the mic and he's preaching. Any other time, you can totally ignore him. Okay.
That's hilarious. Oh,
but I had a great time at your church. What was it? We were at his church a few months ago. My husband and I do a husband and wife financial boot camp.
Oh, really? That's pretty awesome.
Yeah. So we do a husband and wife financial boot camp, and he was like, I had one of his church members saying, you got real honest. I was like, listen, we tell it like it is. It wasn't always great.
Wow. Tell me about it.
It wasn't always great. And I can tell you, we've had some times.
And I think that's important to be honest with people, you know?
You gotta be.
Because if you're not, what is the use of if there's no test without the testimony, you know what I mean?
What's the point?
No testimony without the test. Like you have to, if you're going to help somebody, you gotta be real honest. Which is the whole reason why, we're doing this. Is because it is not easy to cook for kids with food allergies. It's not easy to be vegan. If it were easy, everybody would do it.
Mm-hmm. That's true. And one of the things about my journey with my sons is my kids have a very expansive palate, I must admit.
That's
especially
awesome.
Once I cook for other people and they say, oh, my kid doesn't eat that or my kid doesn't eat that. We just tried our best not to even entertain that with our kids.
Yeah.
No, we eat onions in this house.
That's right.
We eat peppers too.
Amen.
We eat garlic. We eat all of that stuff. We don't eat it all.
Right. I love that because you can't be picky, and especially for my kids, I'm like, you cannot afford it. There's already nothing you can eat.
Yeah.
You totally have to be down with eating some vegetables and beans and rice and onions and whatever we can,
Okay, so our pan is pretty hot. So what we're going to do is we're going to start to put these in, and as you can see, they're really nice, well put together, and we just go.
They're really so pretty. I almost don't even want to eat them, but I'm gonna tear them up.
And today, and I brought what I made with it.
Yeah. What I was gonna say, what goes with this?
Okay, what I did is I made a pasta. And I added in carrots and purple onion and a few other things to that pasta. Mm-hmm. And then I made a light vinaigrette over the pasta. So the vinaigrette has peanuts in it. So that's why I was asking
I bet
you.
It's so good.
So I made a light vinaigrette and with a little bit of tamari, which is a fermented soy sauce, tamari, a rice wine vinegar.
Oh.
And I like to use rice wine vinegars because, first of all, vinegar is one of those things that's alkaline, so you kind of need a little bit of it. I use a rice wine vinegar because it's not so strong, and it's palatable for the kids.
Yeah.
And also,
I haven't tried rice wine vinegar.
one of the things I like about rice wine vinegar is they come flavored or seasoned. So when you put a seasoned rice wine vinegar in anything, it turns out really nice.
Oh.
So I
Lots
brought
of
my
flavor, huh?
yeah, lots of flavor. So I brought my pasta, so you can try that. But I tried it with this. I paired it with this along with a salad. So we had a big salad, the pasta, and the crab cake for Sabbath dinner today.
Yummy.
Very good. And my kids ate it all, both of them. Even my
wow.
3-year-old,
Wow.
he ate the salad as well.
Your kids are so sweet, by the way.
Thank you.
Precious little boys.
So we want to go ahead and allow this. Now, one thing about when you're frying stuff like this, you kind of have to let it fry. You don't want to flip it too quick because when you do, it's going to break up, and you don't want to do that.
Yes.
So where's your
Delicate. Look right there. I think. Oh, you need a real. Okay, you got
yeah.
one.
This will work better.
All right. Okay,
So
I'm
we
gonna
wanna-
wash this.
We want to allow it, and we got to make sure we have enough oil too, because when you flip it, what'll happen is it'll break them into pieces on you, and you don't want that to happen.
So you want to have enough oil in the bottom of the pan.
You want to have enough oil in the bottom of the pan, and you want to allow it to fry up a little bit before you go flipping.
Oh, that's really, really pretty, Carmen.
Blend with it.
No.
Isn't that pretty?
That is so beautiful.
It's gorgeous.
I'm sure for the person who has ADD, you can hear my mom yelling where she's checking on the kids.
And your mom, oh my gosh. Who does not love your mom?
Oh, Mama T!
Everybody loves
I
her.
don't know what I would do, seriously, without her help. And today, my husband was out of town, and the kids, we had to be at church early because they had to sing. And early at 8:30. I was like,
wow.
oh, who gets
So
to
you
get
got
church
your
at
kids?
8:30?
You got your kids singing now, huh?
Yes. Gotta see if we can pass it along.
Yeah, girl.
Oh, those are beautiful, Carmen. And let me tell you, I already know how they taste, but it's incredible how you just chop up. I would have never known to do that. My sister sent me. It's okay. It still won't taste delicious.
Oh, sorry. I'm trying to flip it.
That's okay. That one feels so yummy. All of those flavors. Man, when I saw that in my feed, I literally got really hungry. Was that yesterday that you made this?
Yes.
I was like, why?
So I made them early, and you're getting them a day old. But when we first made them, they were like, oh my gosh.
And
my
they
husband
taste
was like,
even, the seasonings or whatever.
Kinda settled
just
in.
Yes.
so yeah, you gotta
If
make sure
somebody-
you have your oil in it.
If you eat meat and you tasted one of these, you would not know that you're not eating a bite of fish. It is, I'm not kidding. It is really good. And I am not a person who's been off of fish for 20 years, so I don't remember what fish tastes like. I just stopped eating it about 2 months ago with this what the hell craze. So I know what it tastes like.
Yes.
Yes, and it does.
What the hell got us?
Yes, it got us. And so many people are confused right now about what to eat. And you would be surprised at all the inbox. And I'm just happy that, you know, what I'm doing. I totally wanted to help people with food allergies, but it just so happens that my kids have allergies to all the things that people who are vegan, you know, eat.
Yeah.
So people have inboxed me a ton about recipes and about, you know, vegan stuff. But I'm just really, really happy that it all works. Don't be afraid of it. It's not as terrible as it seems.
You
or
gotta
as
do
hard.
it.
Yeah.
And I felt so much better because of it. A lot of people don't know. I've had 7 surgeries in the past 8 years. 7 surgeries in the past 8 years. It got to a place where it was like, oh no, not again. I'm not going. I was telling my doctor, I'm not going back. I'm not going back. But God has been really good, and I've been able to really, really take a hold of my health.
Wow.
You know, take the control back.
Yes.
And these were not things that I did wrong. Like, it wasn't like I did anything.
Yeah.
It wasn't like I...
Keep telling them. I'm going to make them be quiet.
It wasn't like I was eating bad bad, or I was doing something wrong, or it was just stuff. It's just, what do you do to get a brain tumor? I didn't do anything. And the doctor, I was asking my doctor, is it a certain way I can eat? Is it a certain thing I can do? And he was like, no, it just kind of happens. There's nothing you did. So it's kind of that thing, developing a hernia while you're pregnant. They were like, you have to have the baby first and then we'll deal with that. I was like, okay, and then after I had my son, I was in pain like all the time. People thought I was still pregnant, it was just crazy. But it was a hernia. Developing a hernia while you're pregnant is awful.
Oh my
It's the worst thing ever. And you're getting bigger and bigger and you're starting to feel it and you can't do anything about it. You just have to wait till you have that baby.
Yeah.
And then I had the hernia surgery, and a year later it didn't work, and they wanted me to have it again. I was like, okay, see, now y'all tripping.
What?
Just crazy. And I realized it was nothing but the enemy. That's all.
Mm-hmm. But you are a living miracle, a testimony.
Amen.
And I'll tell you one thing, your food, girl, your food could save somebody.
Amen.
Carmen, Dolores wants to know what makes the fish taste.
Seaweed. You can use any kind of seaweed. What I used in my recipe was Dulse Flakes. D-U-L-S-E. Mm-hmm. They sell them at Whole Foods. They sell them at Earth Fare. They sell them at Sprouts. Anywhere you have a health food store. So I use the Dulse Flakes because it's a very mild, fishy taste that kind of sneaks up on you, and I like that about it.
Yes.
Or you can go to any Asian store and those little seaweed chips that the kids snack.
Yes.
I've taken those sometimes and I crumble them up and so you can use that too.
Yeah. Really, really, really pretty. And very yummy. It's like a ball of flavor. Yummy, yummy, yummy in your mouth and your tummy. That was very corny, but it's the truth.
It's good. These are really good. My kids, my husband were like, are there any more? Are you going to do that again? We like that. Do that again,
Yes.
And that's what they look
Look
like.
how pretty that is. Oh,
A little crab cake.
a tiny crab cake.
And no crabs had to die in the making of this cake.
Oh, Carmen, you certainly have to come back to my kitchen any time you have to pass some time and passing through Birmingham. You are always welcome in our kitchen.
Like I said, we come down here all the time to catch a flight.
Yes.
And that's why we're here now.
And we've got a guest room. We will make it.
Okay. And it seems like my kids are getting along with yours, so
Yes.
that always helps
Yes.
when they're kids. My son said, are there kids where we're going?
Oh, that's
they
always
know
the most important question.
They always know that when we go to Uncle Mark's house that the kids are too big for him to play with.
Right.
So he was
See, you got a
excited.
win-win.
Got a win-win. So we had a few break up on us, but that's okay.
That's all right. They still taste good. You can break that up all over some rice for me or some pasta or even just by itself. This fire can get so hot.
No, it's okay.
Okay.
It's because you've got stuff, remnants in the pan. So once we clear out the pan, get it together like this.
Yes, who's there? Does anybody have any questions that we're missing out on? That's a true cook. Not even scared of it, girl. I would have jumped back in the day. Now, watching my mama do that.
Just get it out.
Yes.
Add your oil and keep it moving.
Yes. Yummy.
So now we got a
Delicious.
few more left. And while we're waiting on these, because we got a nice hot pan, these should work really well. So the pan is nice and hot. Put them in probably.
So Carmen, you used to have a restaurant in Huntsville,
I did.
and I'm so mad that
You never had.
Yeah.
Well, let me tell you what happened. Myself and my girlfriend, Nicola Baker,
Okay.
Nicola Leach was her name when we were in college. We used to have Sabbath dinners together, and we would say, okay, what is our flavor going to be this week? And we would pick a cuisine. Oh, it's going to be Chinese food, or oh, it's going to be Southern food, or it's going to be Thai. We used to do Thai, all kinds of. We used to just go around the world. And then one day, while we were sitting over Sabbath dinner, we said, you know what? Why don't we do do something. Well, it started out as catering.
Oh, wow.
Why do we cater? And that's what it started out as.
Wow.
And what's interesting, in Huntsville where we live, a catering license and a restaurant license are the same license.
Oh, really?
Right.
Okay.
So once we got the license, what we started doing was we would have people stop by the place where we had a commercial kitchen that we rented.
Okay.
You could stop by here and pick up a plate. So there would be times when we would have a big to-do, we would do up, and the leftovers, we would have people come by and buy a plate.
That's awesome.
Well, once we found out that all we needed to do was just put some chairs in there and it would become a restaurant, that's what we ended up doing.
Really?
So it was a house that a guy turned into a commercial kitchen.
Wow.
And so we took that house, and in the living room, we gutted it out. Because we were in the back of the kitchen.
Wow.
So the rooms were storage.
Wow.
We moved some of the things to the back room, knocked down a wall, and put a counter in there.
Wow.
And just put like 4 tables. It had only 4 tables in it. And the place would be packed.
Awesome.
That's what we would do.
Awesome. I'm so mad that I didn't get a chance to have some of that awesome
What oil?
cooking, but I'm getting it today, so I'm really, really
Carmen.
excited.
What oil are you using?
Olive oil.
Olive oil.
Oh,
Excited
there they
because our
are.
men are back.
Oh, God.
And my firecracker is away.
Oh, boy.
There's Clark.
Dolores Nixon wants you to come and make food for her.
Dolores says she wants you to come make some food for her and Carmen. Okay.
Yes, I have.
I haven't been back to Dolores. Are you in Cincinnati or Atlanta?
Atlanta.
You're in Atlanta. You have to tell us something. That's Dee Dee's mom.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Nixon.
Nixon, Dolores Nixon.
Yes.
You love so pretty. These didn't break up at all.
Yeah, because the pan was hotter. Yeah, the pan was hotter.
Looks yummy.
So those are gonna go for a little bit. And while these are going, you can keep an eye on those. I'm gonna check my pasta.
Okay. Yummy.
You guys get to sit together?
Yes, Jason, we're on live. Do you want to say hi to everybody?
Hello, everyone. I hope you're having fun. I'm going to be tasting this first.
Yes.
We'll let the ladies do the crab cakes and the men are doing the real food over there.
Don't listen to them.
Hey, Colin.
This is amazing. Oh, wow. That's beautiful.
So this pasta is what I paired it with. And the pasta has edamame, the soybeans, mushrooms, peppers, and carrots. And like I said, the sauce that I made up to go over this was a little bit of peanut butter with the rice wine vinegar, along with the tamari, which is the soybeans.
Uh-oh, we got Clark busy at work.
I'll tell you what. Let's do
Yes.
this first. Season this up. And then I'll help you clean it up.
Oh, that's my big guy. Okay, you say hi. Go on.
Okay, Clark, we're taping, so we're going to be really quiet, okay?
Carmen. Sharon George is singing this morning.
Here, let me have
What is it?
Sharon George is singing this morning.
Oh, thank you. Yes, I sang this morning at Oakwood University.
That'd be nice.
Oh,
You
did
guys,
you really?
that'd be nice. You guys can give us a duet.
We're going to have to
Duet.
see if I can see it. Do they like, you can go back and see the archive stuff? I don't even know.
I'm
Awesome.
sorry.
Guys, we have such a busy house. Please don't be distracted.
Oh, please.
Don't miss it. It's all about the food in the kitchen. Oh, that's beautiful, Carmen. That's yummy.
Wow.
Yes. So if you're just joining us, do we have people that are still there? And I'm sure I'm gonna put this on my page because people are gonna want to see how we made these crab cakes today, how we used Carmen came here and taught me how to make something new and yummy, and I'm really excited about it. I'm excited for me and for you guys that you get to try something new. I'm gonna archive it so you can see it. If you missed this live, hey, I always do that when people have gone away and I think it's still live and it's not. Have you done that?
What?
Like comments on somebody's like archive live.
Oh, yeah.
You think it's live, like, hey! And I'm excited, and it's not. It's like over. Like you missed it, so don't miss it. Yes, I'm excited about this one. I'm excited to have such wonderful people in my kitchen today.
And as you can see, our husbands have made friends.
Yes.
They went outside to play, and now they're back.
Yes.
And they're gonna make.
Right.
Literally.
Yes. We're gonna make some food. So I want to extend this invitation to other chefs. There's one in particular that I'm dying to have come visit our kitchen, and Chef Mommy. You can't imagine how excited I am today that Carmen Hope is here with me. Every time you see anybody making anything on Facebook, they're always deferring to Carmen. So I'm recruiting Stacey Campbell.
Oh yeah.
I'm recruiting Cynthia Payon.
Yes.
I am also, of course, I'm recruiting my sisters because they always get away from me. They always, they happen to be at my house, so they have to eat and they have to make it. But I'm gonna go to your kitchen, Miss Karima Kibble, that soup chick. And I've been to Dion's kitchen.
Okay, first of all, let me tell you something. Karima makes this soup with the peas in it. What? Ginger, pea, what? I tasted that and I was like, okay. I wasn't expecting to be kind of, I was going to, eat it and say, okay, this is just nice and you got to try it. That's it. And I was like, okay, wait. This is really good. Like, I wasn't expecting it to be good.
What is up with your singing cooks?
I don't know.
Maybe you have to be able to sing like this, like her and Karima and Stacey Campbell.
And I gotta try, even though I've gone vegan, I gotta try her turkey chili because Natasha Johnson told me that was off the hook. And I believe it now that I've had.
Man.
Oh my gosh.
Karima, I'm so proud of you, Karima. I know you're not watching because she is in Atlanta with my sister. And by the way, if you were ever in Kennesaw, Georgia, or close to
all
it,
the time.
oh my gosh, you have to go visit Bourbon Street Ice, Carmen.
Bourbon Street Ice.
My sister she makes gourmet New Orleans style snowballs, like stuffed snowballs. And she started it all because her kid had allergies to like the food dyes and stuff. Yes. And so when I tell you it is ridiculously yummy, all the stuff that she makes there. So that's where she is today.
All right, so we're cleaning off, and what we're gonna do is we're gonna plate. Okay, so let's grab a plate like how we would normally do. I'm gonna kind of clear our space here. You guys need a cutting board, don't you?
Yeah, eventually.
Just got a white plate.
Do you know Helen?
All right, so a nice white plate.
Kyle's daughter?
Helen!
They said she's good too. Cook.
Oh,
yeah,
Helen's
you need
daughter.
Helen, Nicola, and I, we have a little get together that we do at each other's house called Cook, Chat, and Chow.
Really? I love Helen.
So we do a Cook, Chat, and Chow. We normally do it on a Sunday morning, and we pick a theme, and everybody brings a recipe, and you bring all of the ingredients to whatever it is you're making. And after we get done, we share it out, just like we're doing right now.
That is so fun.
So
It's
fun.
it's so much fun, and we talk, and
I'm
we
I'm
just
totally gonna steal that here.
you gotta do it.
Me and my girlfriend, Renique, it's on. We're gonna do, what is it called?
Cook, Chat, and Chow.
Cook, Chat,
And that is something that I've trademarked, so you're gonna have to check with me.
I'm gonna have to check with her before we do it.
I'm gonna cut it in
Like,
half.
Carmen, we're gonna do it. Do that at our house this weekend with my friend Tanya Choi. If you're watching, I recruit you for Cook, Chat, and Chow. Renique, and anybody else who wants to be involved here. So much fun. Why not?
Natasha's been in bed, sick all day, but you made her day.
Oh,
You made her smile.
Natasha Gregg.
It's gonna taste good though.
Oh, Tasha.
I need a fork.
A fork. Okay.
We're gonna get this out. So I made this pasta, and like I said, I already told you about the pasta. I paired the pasta along with my cakes. Okay.
Now, Carmen, this is not any. There's no peanuts in that. This is kind of deadly in my house.
Yeah, there's a little peanuts in
Okay, we'll just keep it away from them.
it. Okay. All right. So as you can see, it has a little sauce to it, and that sauce is made from a little bit of peanut butter, rice wine vinegar, tamari, which is a soy sauce that's fermented, and you just kind of blend that together with the sesame seeds. You can see the sesame seeds, and then I added some edamame, some mushrooms, and I never cooked. I just cooked the pasta. Nothing else is cooked.
Everything else is raw.
Everything else is raw. You just throw it in and you toss it in together.
That's a great idea.
It's a great idea. And so you take this. There are purple carrots in there.
Those are really pretty, the purple carrots.
Yeah.
Are those regular mushrooms or baby bellas?
Baby bellas.
Love it.
You notice the chicken in the Caribbean.
So you can hear our husbands in the background.
Yeah, they're going with the chicken. And so there we are.
Yummy! And for all the people who are saying, hey, I can't have peanuts, I'm just going to go in the corner and eat this and hide from my kids. But this is wonderful. Look at Clark. I'm going to get Clark away.
Oh, is he allergic?
Yeah, all of them are. So, but, Carmen, thank you so much for coming.
I want you to try this.
Wait a minute, let me give you a fork.
Whoa!
Girl, it was good raw.
This was better than what I had. Very good.
Oh my.
You can taste the Irish moss. It's a nice light. That's nice.
Just
the lemon.
cilantro. The lemon just hit me.
Yeah.
Very good. And then when you add this, the pasta to it,
Girl,
all of that.
when something is good, you just start singing and humming.
Oh yeah, there we go. Sing. Y'all sing.
Oh, wow.
Lemonade.
All right, you have to show me how to make that without peanut butter.
That's the green lemonade. Green
Is there
lemonade.
anything that they're not allergic to that's a nut?
And that's raw too, the soy.
The edamame is raw. So the two combinations together are excellent.
Perfect.
It's perfect. And it's funny because I threw the pasta together today.
That's nasty.
What kind of noodles are these? Are these just regular noodles?
That's
I
nasty.
guarantee you.
That's nasty.
It's the combination, like the vinegar, and this is just perfect. It balances each other out.
That's why I like the rice wine vinegar because it's not as punchy as other vinegars. It's really nice and soft.
It's just mild. Well,
Let's figure the seasons out.
I don't know.
You get a small plate.
When y'all can, Carmen, how can they get some of your food? How can they keep in touch? Tell us what to do.
What I've been doing is I've been building my YouTube channel. I have
I like
but
this.
it's called Seventh Day Gourmet,
To see what's
which is something that I put together years ago. I do have a cookbook called Seventh Day Gourmet, where you make everything. I make everything from salad dressings to desserts.
Really?
And I have a lavender cupcake and a lavender scone that is amazing. I cook a lot with lavender because my kids were really hyper a couple of years ago. And lavender is a perfect way to calm them down without resorting to the drugs that other doctors want you to go to. So lavender in lemonade, lavender in cupcakes, lavender, just sneak it on. They don't know it's
I'm
there.
gonna go get some.
But it really calms them down. And so my sons used to be all over the map.
Really?
Oh, me swinging from all of this and here. And it just, I had to figure out a way. And I've had so many doctors say, well, you can just give them a little this and no, I don't want to give them drugs.
But the lavender works.
The lavender works.
And you have a new book out right now, right?
Oh, yeah. I was just here not long ago on ABC 34.
That's around the corner. Yes.
Right. So, yeah, the book is doing really, really well. It's called Why Marry
They're
a Man
so
You
loud.
Don't Need.
Say it one more time.
Why Marry a Man You Don't Need. I've done really well with it outside of the normal circles that we go in.
Yeah.
That's been great. But it's really about marriage. It's about how marriage is. You know, we marry for different reasons.
This is a
than our
marinade.
mother married.
Absolutely.
Right? Our mothers married. My mother married because she needed to get out of the house, or because she knew that was the only way that her parents were going to live.
Yeah.
We can't marry for those reasons anymore. When I got married, I owned 2 houses, so that wasn't the reason.
Like, I don't need any help with my finances. I'm good.
Right. So we have to redefine our why.
Yeah.
And that's what the book is about. Redefining your why. And we need
like a
more
salad.
people getting married, because if not, our kids aren't going to have anybody to get married.
Amen.
If you think about it, marriage is something that people think is out of style. And so, you know what? I'm going to invite you because on Sunday the 24th in Huntsville, we're doing a Tea Tales and Testimony.
Oh, wow.
Tea Tales is all women, and we're going to invite the married along with the unmarried. We're going to have some really hard conversations about marriage and what is expected. Because I think a lot of young women think certain things about marriage that are really not so.
Yes.
And they need some of us who've been married 10 years or more to explain to them, oh no, honey, you got it wrong. That's not even what marriage is about. I'm an advocate for marriage.
Yes,
and
me too.
if you open up the very first dedication page in my book is, I dedicated my book to the daughters that my sons will marry.
Oh, wow.
They are.
Wow. That's
That's
deep.
why I wrote the book. Because I knew that they're going to struggle to find good quality women.
Yes, these days it's
When is
hard.
that? When is that?
Oh, September the 24th
Where?
at First Church, 1303 Evangel
The
Circle
American
in
pattern is very
Huntsville.
simple, isn't it?
Evangel Drive in Huntsville. It's Sunday the 24th from 3 till 5. It's a tea, and it's all women. So come through.
That's awesome.
Wear your hat if you want to. You don't have to. And as a matter of fact, we've been talking about doing these crab cakes with the
You should totally do the crab cakes.
with the orzo pasta, and I may have the lavender lemonades there.
Yes.
Lavender lemonade and the lavender cupcakes.
Yes.
There as well. So that's one of the things that we're going to be doing.
Yummy. Oh, I'm so proud of you.
Thank you. I'm
Making
proud
a
of you.
difference in the world. Oh, y'all, I've been blessed today to have her in my kitchen.
And it's been noisy because we're moms and we got families. And
Yes.
they go with us wherever we go.
Exactly. That's what real chef mommies do. Everybody who's a mama is a chef.
That's right.
Don't get it twisted. You are chef mommy in your house. And if you're not, you better get with it. And don't feed them kids no junk food and fast food stuff because you're going to be in trouble.
Yes.
Carmen, save me some. How am I getting?
This is so good.
Oh, what is that? Oh, that was a carrot.
Don't keep going.
Oh, man. Okay. All right, guys. I'm so happy you joined us today. If you have any questions, you can still ask on the page. And if you have questions for Carmen, I'm going to make sure I tag Carmen or tag her in it. Carmen Hope, right?
Carmen Hope Thomas.
Okay. Carmen Hope Thomas. I didn't give her Thomas. Oh, I'm sorry, Jason. All right, guys.
Finish.
Yes, we're leaving, but try this recipe and tag us when you do so we can know that you tried it and take a picture
And they want
post it, okay?
They want the recipe for lavender lemonade.
Okay.
Okay.
I'll do that.
Bye.